What's going on, my JMO family? This is your boy Big C back at you once again with another hot video. Like I always say, I can't stop, won't stop. Back at you guys with another hot video. You know your boy was going to have to do a video today. After my boys took it last night in the national championship game, you know what I'm saying? You know your boys want to talk about this. You know, after my Bama boys did what they were supposed to do, you know Big C was going to put his 2 cents in today. So we will be reacting to another hot video. This video is coming from ESPN, the First Take family with Stephen A. Smith, Max Kellerman, and Molly. I think they also have Tim Tebow on this video too. Yeah, Tim Tebow's on this video too, it looks like with them. And they're talking about the game. It looks like the question is did Alabama win it or did Georgia lose it from last night? So you know your boy going to have to give his opinion, but let's first listen to Max, Stephen A. and Tim and see what they say. Let's get it!
Tim, I will start with you. Did Alabama win this game or did Georgia lose it?
Alabama absolutely won it. Yes, I think Georgia should have been more aggressive in the fourth quarter, especially with the last 2 drives, but Alabama won it. There's no question when you look at how they played in the last 9 minutes of the football game. I mean, Daron Payne, Deshaun Hand, Mack Wilson, Minka Fitzpatrick, Ronnie Harrison. That defense was playing with their hair on fire, running around, making plays, making 2 huge stops to get the ball back to give their offense a chance. And
True facts by Tebow.
Tua was playing on offense and the receivers were coming up big. And then Najee Harris, I mean, he was running like an absolute animal. He looked a little bit like Marshawn Lynch in that fourth quarter. So I'm going to go with Alabama absolutely winning it.
True facts. A lot of them freshmen were balling yesterday for Alabama.
Away from Alabama because, of course, they're the national champions. You're down 13-0. You did something right, particularly with the moves that Nick Saban made, along with the personnel and the things that they were doing. But you said it yourself, Tim Tebow. You talked about how the last couple of drives you weren't pleased with what Georgia saw. It's what Georgia did, rather. It's not just that you didn't give the football to Sony Michel, which to me was ill-advised on the part of Kirby Smart. It's also looking at the cover 2 that you were playing.
Yeah, but I think the running game was being shut down in that second half by Alabama. So I don't know about that, Stephen A.
You're back. You're the backstop. In case your corner gets beaten, you've got to make a decision. Now, they had 4 verticals. This is what they explained. You got 4 guys running out there. They're running deep routes. We know that it could be a bit confusing, and a defensive back or a safety has to make a decision. We get all of that, but at the same time, talk about, now, Tago deserves credit for freezing Sanders to some degree because he kept looking right before he zipped left with the 41-yard touchdown pass. But you've got to, that's your responsibility. You've got
that was
to
a beautiful look off too. Yeah, that was a beautiful look off by that freshman. That's a mature move by that freshman. He did look him off greatly.
Anyway, just let him blow right by you and unimpeded. So the combination of your corner along with Sanders at the safety spot, giving up that particular play at that particular moment after a sack that had just taken place. That's what I'm looking at. Of course, from a total perspective, you got to look at Alabama, the reigning defending national champions now, and give them all the credit in the world. But if we're going to parse and pick apart what we saw from the game and what should have transpired, what should have transpired was clearly a better defensive effort on Georgia's part, particularly in that last moment. That's
Georgia
why I say
okay,
that's
Stephen A., let's just be honest about this. Y'all had me go first, so you could take the opposite side and just argue with me. Let's be honest. If I said it was Georgia, you would have picked Alabama. All right? Enough said about that. But you're going to pick Georgia losing it on one play? Yeah. You're going to pick Georgia losing it on one play?
One play matters, Tim Tebow. Hey, Tim Tebow, you watch your tone with me, Tim Tebow. I don't like your tone right now. The fact of the matter is that when I knew you were going to be on the show, I knew how I felt, and I knew you would dare to disagree with me. So if you want to look at it that way, that's fine. But I say what I mean and mean what I say. What stood out in my mind is, how do you give up a 41-yard touchdown pass in that particular situation? That's what I'm saying. That's what stood out to me.
It wasn't a beautiful throw.
I agree with you. That can never happen. I still think that it was a blown coverage. I think there was a miscommunication. They can say he looked him off. I think it's a blown coverage. That can never happen. By the way, do you know how many times in practice you go against 4 verticals? probably 150 times throughout the year. You know 4 verticals. It's a 3x1 set. You know 4 verticals. Number 3
I'm pretty
is
sure
coming
everybody
across.
was
We
trained.
get
They
it.
was
We
all
see
ready
it
for
all the
whatever.
time.
Georgia
But
was
that's just
defense was
one
probably
play.
ready for whatever.
But leading up to
Alabama
that,
defense
I
was
thought
ready for
Georgia
whatever,
was
or their
still
offense was ready for
being
whatever.
somewhat
But it's just about
aggressive.
executing at the
Jake
end of the
Fromm
day.
overthrew a 3rd and 2 when he had DeAndre Swift in the flat. That changes the game. Another 3rd and 2 where Sony Michel's running up the middle. You know, that's your best player. You have to find a way to get that, seal the game, and be able to win the national championship. Georgia had those opportunities. They just couldn't get it done.
Yeah,
and so when Alabama had those opportunities, they were able to seal the deal because that's just part of their traits. It's part of their character, their habits.
That's
right
what
now.
we do.
That's a big reason
Roll
I think they're able to get it
Tide.
done.
Guys,
That's
if you wanna
what we
say
do.
Stephen A. Tim Tebow, my friend, I have your back as usual on this show. Stephen A. Smith, if you want to say a team lost the game, it was Alabama trying to lose the game. Who shanked the field goal in overtime? They shanked the field goal by how many
Papa
yards?
Hey, Max is kind of true.
I'm
True
saying
facts,
that's
Max.
not Georgia,
Okay.
that's Alabama. If you have a game on the line in overtime and your field goal kicker shanks it, you can say, Tim, I know
True
how people
facts,
feel like,
Max.
well, you can't just blame it on one
Okay,
play.
hey.
I think you can. Because everyone knows we don't mean it literally. We're not saying it's not a team game and there aren't a lot of plays in the game and all that adds up to how you got there. We all understand that. When we say that's the play that lost the game, we mean here's a play that should be made that wasn't made. That should have been made. Alabama tried to lose the game. That was one way. Here's another way. Blame the Georgia defense. How about a sack for a loss in overtime? After you shank the field goal, after you
True
shank the field
facts,
goal,
Max.
a
True
freshman
facts.
quarterback takes
True
a very
facts.
freshman
True
sack,
facts.
a true freshman quarterback for a loss. Game on the line.
True
We're all thinking the same thing.
facts.
This game's over. It was Alabama on several plays handing the game to Georgia, and still Alabama won. Now, had that been Georgia, had Georgia shanked
Get
the field
over
goal,
here.
had Fromm taken a stupid sack. I mean, how else can you? The reason I say it's a freshman sack is you have time, you have a read, you can get rid of it. You could. There's all this time to do something, and still he's going back, and then takes the sack with the game on the line, the national title game on the line in overtime in a classic game. So, like, if there was a blunder like that on the Georgia side, I would say, yep. Georgia lost this game. Alabama didn't win it. Of course, it's absurd because both are true. But if you have to pick one, but that's not what happened on the Georgia side. Alabama made a play to win the game.
All right, that's the video. That's the video, people. Now it's time for your boy, Big C, to give his opinion. All right, just to straight out answer the question. Did Alabama win it or did Georgia lose it? Alabama won that game. Disagree with Stephen A. Smith wholeheartedly. Disagree with him wholeheartedly on that. He said Georgia lost it. No, Alabama won that game. They took that game and they won that game last night. Reason why I say that, like Max was saying, Max was speaking true facts. Everything, true facts he said was true. To lose a game, if Georgia would have lost that game, to me, you would have had to do some stupid stuff to lose it. For example, a bad interception at the wrong time, a fumble at the wrong time, a stupid penalty, maybe, unsportsmanlike conduct, just a stupid penalty at the wrong time. Something stupid like that. Georgia would have had to do something like that for me to say Georgia lost that game. They did not do anything dumb like that. Now, okay, they didn't maybe make the right play. Maybe they didn't give it to Sony Michel or Nick Chubbs at the right time when they should have. Okay, it might not have been a smart play call, but it wasn't stupid. Georgia was still in the game. They were still playing tough. Offense and defense was still playing tough. They got downfield enough to kick the three-pointer. In overtime, they got the three-pointer. They got the field goal. Was it a touchdown? No, but they got the field goal. So they were playing tough. That defense was still playing tough. Like Max said, the play before the winning play was what? A sack. A 16-yard sack. Freshman ran back 16 yards. Georgia, boom. If y'all remember Mortal Kombat, get over here. Boom. That's what they did to him. That's what they did to Tua, I think that's how he said his name. 16-yard sack. Hit him. Georgia was in it. They was still playing. They was trying to win. They didn't give the game up. They didn't lose it to me. I agree with Tim Tebow and Max. Alabama just won it. That freshman came in looked off that defender and just enough, just a tiny smudge enough, so he can get that ball downfield to Smith. Smith caught it, ran it in, game over. Beautiful. Alabama took that win. They took it. Georgia didn't give it up, didn't lose it. Alabama took that. So I got to give props to Alabama. This is all Alabama. This was nothing on Georgia. Alabama took the win. Like Max said, at the beginning, Alabama was the one looking like they was trying to give up the win. They looked like they were trying to hand the win over to Georgia. But Alabama came back and won it. Another thing, shout out to Jalen Hurts. I like Jalen Hurts. I was seeing a lot of commenters from when I talked about Jalen Hurts not reading defense as well. A lot of people hit me up on that video and commented, Jalen Hurts can read defense. What you talking about? Shout out to all my people that commented too, man. I appreciate the love I've been getting lately. Thank you so much. I got to throw that in there here too. Appreciate the love. I've been getting subscribers now. I've been getting comments, thumbs up, thumbs down. But I appreciate the love to everybody, man. But like I was saying, I've been seeing some comments saying, man, you don't know what you're talking about. Jalen Hurts can read defense. Jalen Hurts do what he's supposed to do and win the game. Okay. Y'all right. Okay. No. If y'all was right, he would have been in the game, right? Jalen Hurts looked bad that first half. The whole Alabama team looked bad, but I'm going to put it on Jalen Hurts because he's the quarterback, he's the captain, he's the head, he's the big man on campus. He looked bad. Jalen Hurts remind me of a Cam Newton. If you watch Cam Newton can have those games where he just looks like a mystical creature. He's balling out there. And then he has those games where he looks bad. Like, sometimes Cam he could be a top-tier quarterback some games, and some games he looks like he should be at the bottom of the list. Like Carolina should be looking for a quarterback. And that's how Jalen Hurts looked last night. And that's when he ran great like Cam be doing, but he cannot. He got an arm. He got arm talent. He just don't know where to go with the ball. That's why I say he can't really read defenses that well. Yeah, he can read them a little bit, but not that well to me. I'm sorry, my JMO family. He can't read them that well to me. And he reminds me of a Cam Newton. And last night, he was having one of those bad games that Cam be having. And he was having one of those bad games. And I ain't gonna lie, my boy Nick Saban had to do the right thing. He had to make the call. He had to pull him up out the game and put that freshman in. And that freshman ball. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give it to all the freshmen for Alabama. All the freshmen on Alabama squad balled out. Thanks to the freshmen is the reason why Alabama won the game. Their upperclassmen would not win in the game. Only one that was, to me, that was the upperclassman that did his thing was Ridley, because that touchdown to tie the game really made that touchdown happen. Because the pass was just a pass. The guy just threw it up and really went to go get it. He got away from the defender good enough and went to get that ball and caught it and came down with it. That's the reason why, really. He's the only one. The rest of them, Bowl didn't look that good. I think it's Chris Harris didn't look that good at the running back. So a lot of the upperclassmen did not look good. But those freshmen came in and they balled. And that's why Alabama, to me, is one of my favorite schools. That's why I say I mess with Michigan and Alabama in the college league. Those are my two favorite. Michigan, because I was raised on a Michigan. I was raised a Michigan fan. Alabama, just because I became one because of Nick Saban and the way he recruits, and they get the best players. And that showed last night. They had top-tier freshmen, true freshmen, come in and ball out. The quarterback was a true freshman, meaning last year he was in high school, came in, play championship game. Second half was his half. The whole second half was him, and he balled out. So shout out to Alabama, man. To me, they won the game. Georgia didn't lose it because Georgia was playing to the end of the game. Alabama just showed why they Alabama, baby. Why we roll tide, baby. So my JMO family, once, like I always say, it's your time to shine. Leave those comments at the bottom. Let me know what you thought about the game. Let me know what you think. Did Alabama win it or did Georgia lose it? You got your boy's opinion here. I say Alabama won that game. But you tell me how you feel, my JMO family. Leave those comments at the bottom. Thanks again to everybody who's been commenting, who's been subscribing. Like I said, I've been getting so much love. Thanks for joining the JMO family. If you hit that subscribe button, continue to tell people about JMO. Continue to subscribe. Continue to hit the thumbs up, the thumbs down button. Like I said, if you want to get at your boy, you can always hit me up on Instagram, chris.jmo.87. Once again, chris.jmo, just my opinion, .87. Hit your boy up on Instagram. Leave them DMs for me and leave those comments. I appreciate the love to my JMO family. And your boy Big C is out.